Welcome to Moments with Marianne. This is your host, Marianne Pastana. And we're here today with special guest, Natalie Namaste, who's here to share with us her journey working with angels and how these divine connections have not only shaped her life, but can shape yours as well. So can one conversation shift your energy and open you up to divine guidance? Well, today's guest is here to share with us just that. Natalie Namaste is a globally recognized intuitive healer, Reiki master, teacher, and channeler with over 24 years of experience. She has supported thousands worldwide, including royalty, celebrities, and skeptics, through her transformational courses, workshops, and private sessions, often with a little bit of a waiting list. A featured speaker alongside Greg Braden, Dr. Bruce Lipton, and Dr. Sue Morter, Natalie also teaches for Neil Donald Walsh and Steve Farrell's Humanities team. Known for channeling 120 angelic beings of light, her presence radiates a powerful, high-frequency energy felt by all who connect with her. So welcome to the show, Natalie Namaste.
Oh, it is so wonderful to be here. I can feel all the energy that's building around us. Thank you for having me.
Well, my goodness, what a great honor it is to have you here and just to talk about the work you're doing. I was so impressed. I'd love for you to share with us how you even began channeling.
So, my first memory is that when I was, I think, about 5 or 6 years old, I was in the back of my mom's car. And I was looking out of the window, looking at the school, the buildings, the people, the trees, everything, life. And this question came deep from within me. And I asked, if there isn't all of this, what is there? And something incredible happened. And maybe you'll even feel it as I share it with you, because I can feel it. I've got goosebumps. And everything went dark, but felt so incredibly light. And I felt this immense love, which is so hard to put into words because it was such an immense feeling. It felt like my chest was cracking open and tears of love, this feeling of connection were just flowing from my eyes, from my body. And I felt at home and I knew that this is it. This is something, this is truth. This is very, very real. And I feel like it's that experience and that knowing that's then guided me my whole life. And I started to develop a deep intuition and being able to read energies and see, hear, and feel beyond this third dimension. So I started to see angels. They come to me as sparks, flashes of light. I would see people would be talking to me and I'd see a massive flash of light next to them and it would be a certain color. So I'd know which angel it is. And then I would start to hear through my own mind the message that the angel's bringing for this person. Then I started to see auras. So everyone has this golden white, or it's like electric blue, or it could be gray fuzzy energy light around them. When I was working in a coffee shop, in a shopping mall, I was just looking at everyone that was walking past, and there I would see this light around everyone. And then I would see more light, and that was the angels and their guides, and everyone's got their own team of angels and guides. And so it just developed more and more over the years to the point now where I hear frequencies. So I'll hear the sound in the room will be a certain sound, and then all of a sudden it will go high pitched or it will go lower. And then I know, oh, we're not alone. We've got guides, angels, loved ones who have passed that want to communicate. Or it's me going into such a high frequency that I'm then able to channel the wisdom of the universe directly, like consciousness communicating through me. So the way in which I channel is through hearing the words through my mind, through the words being spoken through me, through hearing the sounds in the room, my vision, being able to see with my open eyes. I'm able to see energies. I also can see patterns and light and colors that are in spaces between the objects. And then also seeing with my eyes closed. So when I'm doing soul regression or I'm doing ancestral healing, and I can then see the ancestors, or I can see the past lives or other lives that other people have lived, very much through my closed eyes, very visual. So for me, it's mainly the sight, the hearing, and then the feeling. So the other way in which I channel is when I'm with people, especially in session, because being out there in a normal day, I'm not opening myself up to pick everyone else's energy up. That's their personal space, and I respect everyone and I respect myself. It's really only in session, in group sessions and one-on-one, where I am able to feel and see and experience how other people are experiencing life. So I'll feel in my body, for example, someone has pain in their left hip. I'll feel pain in the left hip, and then I'll feel it in my body and go into it and ask, well, what is this? And then I'll start to get a message. Oh, it's connected to their last relationship they had, where they felt that they weren't supported by their partner. And there's a belief in the system that's on repeat about, I can't support myself and life feels too much. And so then I'm able to really go deep and understand what the mind is saying, what beliefs it's holding, and what the vibration is of the person. And then that's where the healing happens. So I also channel Reiki, which is universal energy and light. And that is so powerful, that this amount of light touches people so deeply that they feel vibration, they feel emotion, they feel a release, and then they feel the connection to their soul. So that's a bit about the channeling that I do. I think I'll pause there.
Well, your channeling is so profound, and I love how you share about how angels look and this connection that you have. I think a lot of times when people expect to see angels, they expect it to be a full-looking angel. Here I am, I look exactly like I should on a Christmas tree, and it can come in different ways.
Absolutely. So many ways. And the beautiful thing is that we're all so unique. We are God consciousness light, having a unique human experience. And so each one of us perceives and connects to the angels in a different way. So it might be that you hear them, or that here's a lovely tool for people to work with, is that you could write in your journal on a piece of paper and you can say, angels, what message do you have for me today? And then you just start writing, and you'll be so amazed at what writes through you. When you give space for the angels to come in, they do. And they will beam their light into your energy field and speak through you and write through you.
So, do you channel angelic beings of light and also guides?
Yes, so I channel 120 angels. They are of a very, very high frequency. The way in which they come through is as one voice. So I'm not hearing 120 different voices. I hear one voice, and often they'll speak through me. So there's no longer Natalie interpreting what I'm hearing. There's just one fluid flow of energy and messages. And guides as well. So when I'm working with someone, then I can feel their energy guides, and I can hear them, and they'll communicate certain messages. Sometimes they really are direct, and they're saying, this is your business that you're currently doing. It is aligning with your soul purpose, but you could tweak this and that, and you'll find that you'll reach more people, or you'll be understood better. So it can go into very wonderful support of the 3D things that we do here on Earth.
Well, we can definitely use all the support we get right now. I mean, what are the angels saying about the global spiritual awakening that we're in?
Oh, it's fascinating. So right now, we have reached a large polarity. We live in the third dimension. We experience the two-dimensional polarity, which is where we experience dark and light, happiness, sadness, anxiety and peace. And we have these emotions and experiences in the field at all times. And right now, what's happening in the world is that we have a massive awakening due to being able to fully see the polarity. More and more people are noticing that the powers, the people who are in powerful positions, and some of them are more ego-based or more power-driven. So then you get to see that side of the polarity. At the same time, then you're able to recognize that there's so many people in this world that are opening their hearts and that are loving one another and that are seeing one another. So we've got this beautiful polarity that's waking us up to recognize what we truly are. And so we notice the weather patterns. The weather is erratic. It's changing quite fast, and it's mirroring what's happening inside of us. We are changing individually and collective. For a long time, we've been conditioned by our ancestors. So, we grow up with our parents, we learn their habits, we take on their beliefs. And what's happening now globally is so many people are going, hold on, there's got to be something more here. I can't just believe what other people believe. I'm going to question my beliefs, and I'm going to look a bit deeper. And so with this looking deeper and questioning, it's opening up the connection to the soul, the connection to source, consciousness. And people are starting to dissolve the old patterns, the prior conditioning, the habits. And because we're doing this work, we are changing our entire life. We are not who we used to be, and we're not just a pattern of our parents. We actually are able to break through and then think for ourselves. We have the freedom to use our powerful mind to think about what we really want to believe in. And what is a belief? A belief is a thought that is charged with emotion. And thoughts are electric, and emotion is magnetic. And thoughts and emotion send out frequency, which magnetizes in our unique experience. And so we are waking up to remember that we are powerful creators of our reality. And this is happening on such a global expanse. And then we're getting to see it in our outside world, because as we change internally, our outer world is a mirror and it reflects back to us. So you might even notice that you don't have the same friends that you used to have, or that you've changed your work or the way in which you're working, or money's coming in differently. All of these things are a mirror of how you perceive and experience life. And so on a greater scale, we're able to see that things are a little bit uncomfortable. Things are a little chaotic in our world. We're not able to stick with the old patterns. It's forcing us to change, because we can't just cling to the old. We're not comfortable anymore. And when we're uncomfortable, we make changes, and we take back our power. We reclaim our light. And so it's interesting to just notice what's going to start to happen more and more. To stay aware of the weather. It feels like when we have dark nights of the soul, we have shadows, we have parts of our ego that are cruel, that can be hard on ourselves and hard on others and judgmental. When we've got fear running through our system, then there is something that happens external, like we have power outages. A whole country will go out of power because it's showing us that we've got to get more comfortable at being in the dark. We've got to be able to see our own shadows, because by seeing them, we dissolve them, and then we are more of the light that we are vibrating here on earth. And other things like a volcano. When we hold a lot of fire in us and we're getting frustrated and angry, and we feel we've got a lot of masculine energy that we're doing and thinking and being pushed. When we've got a lot of pressure inside, in our external environment, there are volcanoes or there are earthquakes. The earth has to move that energy from underneath it. And it's the same that happens inside of us. When the earth has an earthquake, it's us inside releasing anger, frustration, pressure that we put on ourselves, and we diffuse it and we release it outside. Other things that the angels are talking about that's coming, there's more solar flares. These solar flares are a mirror of the amount of power that we have inside of us. So we carry a lot of light, a lot of potential to create, and we've been blocking ourselves. You might actually notice in your own mind that sometimes your mind says, oh no, I can't do it, that, or I'm not worthy of doing this. So when we see what's happening outside, we see the solar flares, it's a reminder of our own potential and power, that we are so powerful. And when we break through of that pattern of holding ourselves back, we will bring in more energy and light and manifest in a very powerful way. So those are just a few of the things that the angels have been sharing.
Well, what powerful messages are those? And for a lot of people that are maybe new to spiritual awakening, I know you've covered quite a bit of this, but what does that look like for them?
Yes, brilliant question. It's uncomfortable because you start to realize that you've been a character in a dream. And then you realize, hold on, I'm something more than this character. I'm not just the thoughts I have, the emotions I'm feeling. I'm something more. And then you start to open and expand and start to feel something more. And what this means is you start to carry more light and you have ascension symptoms. The more light you start to carry, the more you might have headaches or feel physical colds or pain in the body, because you are releasing old patterns, old habits, old beliefs, prior conditioning. You are releasing past lives, you are releasing ancestral energy. And so you actually start to feel it physically, and sometimes it can be really uncomfortable. And a tool that you can use is the breath. When you feel pain or discomfort in the body, take the deepest breath in you've ever taken. And as you breathe out, let it go. And you will start to feel a huge shift. And so what happens during spiritual awakening is that it's not that you're remembering who you truly are. It's that you are clearing and unknowing all of those programs that you've been programmed with. So it's like an unlearning and an unknowing and a dissolving. And the ego clings to its identity and its beliefs. So it's quite a powerful process when you're able to observe what your mind has been programmed with and start to dissolve it. And the light of you, the light of consciousness, is what dissolves it. So actually all you need to do is pay attention, observe, and be aware of the programs, of the patterns, and they will start to dissolve. And the way in which they dissolve is you'll feel immense emotion. You might feel intense anxiety. Do not be scared of it. Sit with it, give it space. It's just energy running through your system. Anxiety is excess energy running through the body. Depression and sadness is deficiency, you're lacking energy. So what we've been doing our whole entire life is running away from the scary, uncomfortable, fearful feelings and attaching to the happy, comfortable ones. Spiritual awakening means that you start to accept whatever happens and whatever you're going through. So you're no longer running away from the uncomfortable feelings, and you give yourself permission to sit with the emotions, to sit with that which you feel. And by sitting with it, you cry, you feel your body maybe trembles and shakes, vibrates, maybe you sweat. When you cry, it's the most incredible transformation and alchemy. It is taking an emotion, which is one type of energy, and it is transforming it into water and salt, which then releases outside of your body. So spiritual awakening is giving yourself permission, accepting what is in whatever you're going through. Acceptance means love, and love dissolves everything. And so you start to dissolve and release all of those old patterns, and you go through it. And you become lighter. As you release another layer, another pattern, you feel so light. And it is so worth going through. It is worth spiritually awakening because you get to come home to consciousness, to the full awareness of the beautiful soul that you are. You are not just getting this chance to be a character in a dream and create. You are consciousness. You are a divine being of light.
Well, I could feel the energy moving as you were talking and sharing that. What does it look like to you as we're spending this time co-creating?
There is so much energy coming through right now. I can feel tingles and goosebumps and vibration like pins and needles in my body. And the whole room has actually turned into energy. I'm seeing a lot of violet light, which is very high frequency. It's a spiritual light. It means like we're really absorbing and connecting to the truth. That's what I'm experiencing right now.
Well, thank you for sharing that. My goodness, how just empowering is that? And what are some tools we could use that could really help us? 'Cause I know so many of us have that busy, chatty mind. So, what tools can you use to kind of help with that?
This is life-changing. Instead of trying to control the mind and silence the mind, because that can be so hard. If you're trying to silence the mind, it's like trying to tell a horse that it can't neigh and it can't run wild. You can't change the nature of something. You actually accept its nature, and the mind is here to think and create. And that is so powerful. So instead of trying to stop it and silence it, observe it, witness it. You are that which is aware of the thoughts. So imagine a pond of water. The mind has a thought, which is a drop, and it lands in the pond and it creates ripples. If you allow those ripples to just flow and you observe them, they happen and then they end. If you start to get involved, sticking your hand in the water, all you're going to do is create more and more ripples. That's what it's like when you're trying to control the mind. You get even more caught up in the mind. So a wonderful tool is when you've got a very busy, chatty mind, say to your mind, okay, mind, you're wanting to talk. I'm going to listen. I'm just going to give you space, and you can think and think as much as you want. You've got the next 10 minutes to think. And then you're going to notice something. Often when you give the mind space to think, it has a moment of clarity and no mind. It's amazing.
Earlier, you talked about Reiki, and I've heard of Reiki, but not in the way that you presented it. Can you share that with us? And I understand you do courses as well.
Yes. So Reiki, Rei is universal, Ki is energy. It's the universal energy that everything is made up of. Everything is energy before it condenses into matter and form. And as a Reiki healer, I'm attuned to being able to channel a high frequency light through me, which then goes across time and space to help others. And then they are touched by this universal light and can feel it. And the beautiful thing that I love so much is being able to empower others to connect to the light that they already are. So because we are energy here experiencing being in form, we are all able to channel light. And then in order to channel Reiki, you have to be attuned. You have an attunement. So I teach courses, Reiki's level 1, level 2, Reiki Masters, Masters Holistic Healer. And I empower people to be able to tap into their own source of light and to be able to absorb more of the universal light, which then people can work on themselves. You can heal your own body. You can release patterns in the mind. You can dissolve emotions that are blocking you from abundance or manifesting. And so, and each level develops. So then on level 2, you really open up into connecting to the angels, your guides, your intuition, and then being able to help others, being a light on earth so that you can inspire and heal and help others. So these are powerful courses. And the way in which I teach is not just teaching about Reiki, but really because I can see, feel, and hear everyone in the group, I can deeply understand them. I'm then able to channel the course in the way that supports everyone that has said yes and who has signed up for the course. So the group is very special, and it's kind of like you go on a retreat where you develop your own intuition, your own connection to your soul, and you are empowered to be a healer.
So, how do you support people? Because I know you help people so much.
I have a beautiful YouTube community. It's Natalie Namaste Healer, where thousands of people are coming together and we are all meeting in a space of love. And I do channelings. So I'll be able to pick up what's coming up, what's happening, and I'll give tools to be able to support you through the different third dimensional experiences and what you might be feeling emotionally, energetically, and what you're going through mentally. So that's a big place where many people are coming and being supported. Another community space is my Instagram, which is Natalie Namaste with an underscore at the end. And it's also there I do very powerful channelings, which are short and quick, which can create spiritual awakening activations and give you tools so that you can awaken and remember who you are. And then there's other spaces like my website. If you go to my website now, natalienamaste.com, on the homepage, there's a gift for everyone. It's for you. It's a meditation that is going to raise your frequency. It's going to clear all the blockages that are stopping you from manifesting and blockages that are stopping you from having abundance and money and joy in your life. We clear the blockages. We create protection around you, connect you to your soul, connect you to the angels. It's a beautiful meditation and it's there for you right now. So you can go get that now. And then other ways in which I'm supporting are my Reiki courses. So you could email me to get onto my waiting list for my next course. My email is natalie@natalienamaste.com. And then there's very, very special groups. I have a group every 11th of the month. The 11th energy is the oneness. So it's a 30-minute live session with me, and I bring in other very, very well-known healers and teachers, and you get to experience sound baths and channeled messages and card readings, and it's really, really beautiful. So you can also find that on my website. you can go to the Book Now button and you'll see all of that I offer. You'll see this group that I'm talking about. It's called Group Channeling and Meditation every 11th of the month. And then there's another group which is called Sacred Circle. And I've got one on the 2nd of June and one on the 1st of July. So you'll also see that on my website and you can reserve your space. It's just, oh, so beautiful. And I would love you to join. So go to my website, natalienamaste.com, have a look, and you'll see under Book Now all of that I'm offering. And I do offer one-on-one sessions, but the one-on-ones have got such a long waiting list. But you definitely can get on my waiting list. Email me, and you'll get a one-on-one session sometime this year. So yeah, those are all that I'm offering, and yeah, I love connecting and supporting. There's so many free resources and love and light to share.
Well, you have so much available for people to dive into. I'd love for you to share a healing story with us. I think you just have such profound work.
Oh, I'd love to. So this is powerful. A beautiful lady who had angina, so her heart was just not beating the way that it should, and she had a heart attack, and I gave her Reiki, and you don't actually even need to be in the same room as a person. So I can be in one country and she's in another, and I channeled this Reiki through me, this beautiful light. And she started crying and started to feel, and she had memories from when she was a little girl and when she was at school and when she felt rejected by her classmates. And all of this that was being held in her heart started to come up to the surface, and she was healing and releasing. And I could see, so I could pick up like how she was, her life growing up with her siblings and her parents, and that she felt like she was never quite understood and she couldn't really love herself. She didn't feel loved by her parents. All of this came through in the session, and so much light was channeling through me. And so all of this light channeling through me, she could feel it. And when she opened her eyes after the session, she just had tears, and she said, "I don't have pain in my heart." And years later, we chatted again, and she is doing amazingly. Like the doctor said, "Oh, you might need this surgery, or we might have to do that." She didn't have any of it, and her heart is doing wonderfully. So that's a beautiful a story to share about physical healing, because if you are ready to see the layers and to heal all the layers, then your body will physically let go of that which it's holding on to.
So, what is one of the most common problems people reach out to you for?
Working with blockages. Uh, People are often becoming aware that they feel stuck, or that something's blocking them, or there must be a belief within their mind that's stopping them from being able to create and enjoy life. And like, we are not here on earth to suffer. We are here to enjoy. We are here to create. And so people come to me so that I can see those blockages and clear them. And often people feel we block ourselves. Our mind will be quite cruel and mean to ourselves. Like we'll have thought patterns that put ourselves down, that we don't think we're worthy. And that's a big one that I've noticed. And I've worked with celebrities, royalty, skeptics, all types of people, with thousands of people over the years. And so what I notice is that most people will have some sort of a block around their own belief in themselves. And that's, the more of us that start to dive in deep and release and heal this, the more we can be the true creators here on earth.
Well, it sounds like you do just such amazing and powerful work, Natalie. Where can our listeners connect with you and be part of your community and learn more about your work?
So the first place, come and join my YouTube community now. It's Natalie Namaste Healer. and then go to my website and spend some time there, because there's lots of resources. Go and get your free gift, the meditation, and go look at all the different resources and just feel the love and the light that I'm here to support you with. And come and join my live group sessions. I would love to meet you and support you and channel for you. And yeah, just connecting on Instagram as well, Natalie Namaste _
Well, Natalie, thank you so much for taking the time to be on the show with us here today.
Oh, it's been such a pleasure. I can feel so much light coming through me. So for all of you that have been here listening, close your eyes and take a moment to feel the light that has been ignited inside of you through this conversation.
Well, thank you, Natalie. It's been such an honor to have you here and to talk about channeling light. Make sure to visit Natalie's website at natalienamaste.com. Sign up for her newsletter, be part of her community, and learn more about scheduling a Reiki session, attend a group session, intuitive healing, channeling session, soul regression, or generational healing session. Well, we're at the end of our time today. I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in. You've been listening to Moments with Marianne, where we make every moment count.
In a single moment, your life can change. Moments with Marianne is a transformative hour that covers an endless array of topics with the best of the best. Her guests are leaders in their fields, ranging from inspirational authors, top industry leaders, and business and spiritual entrepreneurs. Each guest is gifted and a true visionary, a recognized leader in her own work, and while teaching others to develop, refocus, and grow, Marianne will bring the best guest and sometimes a special surprise. Don't miss this. You never know just which moment will change your life forever. Make sure to tune in and visit momentswithmarianne.com for more information.